Okay, so this is Ringwalk Media in association with Well Ice Therapy and Barclay Carter Racing. It's a busy, busy fight week in the boxing world, and we've got a massive, massive fight over in Belfast this week. Tyrone McKenna, how are you, my friend?
Well, good. Just chilling. Excited for the weekend, so just booked in a wee hotel there now, and eagerly waiting for the weigh-ins and for the fight.
Well, we can't wait for this one. It's a repeat of the 2020 fight against Mohamed Mimoune. I think I've said it right. Um,
Yeah,
he wasn't too chuffed to lose the last one, and he's had a few things to say, mate, hasn't he?
fuck me, hairs. I'm not joking you. He has not stopped crying for the last 4 years. See, any time I've went on his Instagram, where there's fucking new pictures of me and new fucking people tweeting me and people mail me and French people give me shit all the time. Anytime I put up something on Twitter, they'll let's say it's about someone getting robbed or someone a controversial win. Next thing there'll be a picture of me fighting my moon. It always fucking happens. So it's a fight. I believe it did win. I believe it was a close fight, a very close fight. People saying robbery. I mean, I think they're throwing it a bit too easy saying robbery because like
Yeah.
robbery is when you get an landslide pattern. Whereas I think in that fight was a very close fight. It could have went either way. Fortunately, went for my favour. I think the first half, I boxed him and I won the majority of the first 5 rounds. I think I won all five for the first rounds. Um, and I was on the back foot boxing. And I just nicked him. And then the next 4 rounds was an onslaught of him winning. He was coming forward. He's pressuring me. He dominated them 4 rounds, so he got them, and I won the last round, I believe, and that was a 6-4 to me. Obviously, a lot of people disagreed. He disagreed, but I think they're just looking at the 4 rounds where he dominated. They aren't looking at the rest of the rounds where I think I won or just about nicked the rounds. Um, Listen, I'm a man that fights for the people and fights for the fans. And the fans, some of them weren't happy. Some of them wanted me to give them a rematch and whatever. And that's what I'm going to do. I feel like I retired there in January, and I feel like it was the blemish in my record that I wanted to put it to bed. There's a bit that I beat him the first time, and I can beat him again. Um, So I'm excited about this fight. It's got me excited. It's got me back loving boxing at the minute. And I'm excited to put on a show.
Well, I tell you what, you know, since that fight, you've fought some unbelievably good fighters. O'Hara Davies, Jose Felix, Regis Prograis, who's
Mm.
former world champion. You've been, of course, in with Lewis Crocker. I mean, you've had some really, really, really invaluable experience, and you know,
You
uh, I just don't understand how he thinks he's going to beat you again because this is just it's a silly one from his side.
Listen, see, from our last fight 4 years ago, I had just joined Pete Taylor. I was with him 6 or 7 weeks. I had a 6 or 7 week camp with him, and that was the first fight under his belt. We hadn't even gelled properly. Um, so I wasn't half the fighter I am now.
Mm.
Experience wise as well, Mamoon was way more experienced than me. The first fight, now I'm more experienced than him probably. Um, and I just feel like now that I've been with Pete for 4 years.
Oh,
Sorry.
that's all right. You disappeared. You've been with Pete for 4 years.
Two times. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I've been with Pete. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah.
yeah,
Sorry.
it's all good, man.
So I've been with Pete for 4 years now, and I feel like I've learned a lot from the last fight. I feel like I'm a completely different boxer. I feel like my footwork, my hand speed, my combinations, everything's just way better than what it was. And then obviously on top of that, the experience and the good fights I've had, some of the good wins that I've had, plays a factor. And he has been very active. He's had 3 fights in 4 years.
Yeah.
He's there've been tough fights, but he's lacked uh he's lacked being out often enough.
And
And I think
he
that's
hasn't
okay.
fought any quality either.
No, he hasn't fought any names, anyone like that. So I think and he's older. He's 36. I know I'm 34, and we're both. It's been 4 years since we last fought, but 36 when you start to lose your attributes. I believe it's when you start to slow down. It's when you start like he's not a big power puncher. His talents, his speed, and his work rate. And at 36, does he have the same speed? Does he have the same work rate? Who knows? Obviously he's going to come in, I believe, with a bad game plan, a wrong game plan where he's going to let his heart do all the thinking instead of his brain. He's gonna lead with his heart, and he's going to try and blast me out of there, which I think we know that I can't get blasted out. I mean, I've took some of the biggest punches against some of the hardest hitting fighters in the world, and they haven't put me down. So for him to think that he's going to blast me out of there before the 10 rounds is insane. So he's obviously lost his mind during them 4 rounds or 4 years as well.
Well, we popped down to see you a few weeks ago when we were over with Mr. Cacace, and
Yeah,
you and Tommy and Mac were going for it in your S&C, and I've never seen you move so quick. I mean,
yeah. I
you're
paid,
fast, mate.
but because do you know what? See, at retirement, it made me realize how much I don't want to retire and how much I love boxing. It's given me a new love of boxing. I went, fuck, I properly missed it. And I needed that absence from boxing to realize how much I did love it. So when I came back, and on top of that, one of my childhood mates winning a world title has inspired me as well. So, and he's older than me. So to see him do it at 35, I was like, fuck, I can actually make something myself as well. I've always wanted to emulate what Kakashi done through amateurs and pros. And for him to win a world title has really inspired me. And I think I found a new love of boxing now. I'm training very, very hard. This is the longest I've been off drink since I was 17 years old. I've been 13 weeks off the drink. So for a man to make me go off drink for 13 weeks, I'll be beating the fuck out of him. I'll tell you that much.
Well, I'll tell you what, if we see you come back and make a bit of a statement against Mamui, which I personally think might well happen, are we going to see you
Well,
sort of have one more crack at maybe trying to get up there and have a
yeah,
go at world title?
I will never retire again. I love boxing. I've realized I need boxing. And I need it even for the mental health and for I just became a mess outside of boxing. Had a reckless kind of like lifestyle, and I realized that boxing. I need boxing as much as I love boxing. Like I need it more than boxing needs me. Basically, I need boxing in my life, and I will be having one more crack at it. I believe I have the attributes and the talent to go and win a world title. I've always said it. I've just maybe not had the proper opportunities or things that fell through or whatever. And it's it played on me like the time when I retired after the Lewis Crocker fight, I hadn't fought in a year and a half,
Mm.
and that fights fell through and it was grinding me down. And then by the time I did fight Lewis, I was a year and a half out of the game. And then I got beaten. I was like, fuck it, I'm not waiting another year and a half for another fight. So I retired um impulsively, and I probably shouldn't have. And I realized now that I always knew that I could get to the top of the game if I get the right fights and I get the right opportunities. So hopefully, fingers crossed, after beat up my moon, I get the right opportunities.
Well, it's been really good to see the sort of response from the public because, when you retired, I think, like you say, a few people were a bit disappointed because, there is a bit more in the tank there. And
Mm.
since you've kind of announced this fight back, it's been crazy, especially online. Everybody we meet is saying, "Ah, you're going to watch the Crocker fight,
Mm.
the fight."
Mm.
Are you going? Is it going to be like? There's a lot of hype around you
Yeah, I
coming
mean,
back and fighting, mate.
man, I think it fucking shows a near sell it, which just shows that I still and it's an S&C. It's the first time I'm headlining the show as well, and it's selling unbelievably. So it just shows that the people still love me and still want to go out and support me. As I said, I mean, they can be you can be born and win, and people will go and watch it. But once you get beat, they'll stop watching it. But if you're exciting and you do get beat, people still come out in their drums or their hundreds and thousands to watch you. And that's me. I'm excitement, and everyone knows I'm excitement. Everyone knows what to get when I go to a McKenna fight. Win, lose, or draw, it's always going to be exciting. This will be a win on Saturday, obviously, but it's going to be a war until the final bell or until I knock out my moon.
Well, we've never had a quiet Tyrone McKenna fight yet, and I don't expect to see one on Saturday. You touched on there something a couple of minutes ago. Your childhood friend Anthony Cacace, obviously now a two-time world champion and got a big fight coming up. Is that the inspiration that kind of finally tipped you over the edge and went, yeah, right, this is it. I'm gonna do it.
You know what? I was toying with it there anyway, but to see him and the struggles he's went through his career and the knockbacks and the fucking face falling through and the injuries and like I mean I live around the corner from him. Like he literally lives like a minute away from my house. And to see him like I was talking to him 6 months, 7 months before that fight, and he said he's retiring. He said he's fed up with it all. And it's fucking shit. And then he got the fight and he's like, "Oh, it's brilliant. Maybe this is my last payday, and then I can retire." And then next thing he fucking goes and wins it. So you're just that close. He to me shows you that you're just that close to
Yeah,
becoming world champion, and it can't happen if you just fucking keep on plugging away, and keep on grinding. And that's what he done. He any other man would have just retired like I done. And then when I seen him keep on plugging away with fucking, he's had the worst career in the world until his world title fight. Like he's had fights fall through constantly, and any man would retire there. And obviously I retired, and then I seen he won, and I went, you know what? I'm going back because I feel I can. I feel like I would beat myself up in years to come. I'd have retired at 34 when it wasn't past. I'm not past. I'm still the fucking same fighter that I've always been. I'm
yeah.
still as good as I've always been. The only problem was I moved up a weight that I shouldn't have moved up. I got lazy because I fell out of love with boxing. But now I'm back in love. I'm back in the right weight. And I'm back to entertaining and become world champion within the year.
So if you become world champion within the year, are you going to get your mural right next to his?
100%. I mean, it's the same fucking street, so I'd
I
like to hope
know.
so. The I'll be raising if there'll be one beside it.
I tell you what, though, it's a great mural they've done of him. But look at the ears. Have you seen the ears on it?
Listen, Catchy's an ugly man. That's the way he looks.
Oh, I'm not saying that because I've got to see him on Sunday. Well, listen, I'm really, really pleased that you're back, and I'm really, really pleased that you've got a bit of a love for the sport back because you are a talented boxer. And you know,
Thank you.
when you did retire after the Crocker fight, I thought, nah, that's too soon. So
It was too soon. It was. I'm
yeah,
back.
I'll
I
tell you
should
what.
have moved down a weight, and I have. I've moved down to my original weight, and as I said, I'm back to in love with boxing. I'm excited again. I mean, there was a spell there where it wasn't even exciting me to go to boxing, to go to training, to do nothing. So now I'm back, excited. I'm having a buzz for the first time in a while of fight week, and I'm just ready to get in, entertain the crowd.
Well, your sidekick, Tommy Mack, he's helping you along the way, isn't he?
Ah, fuck, Tommy. Tommy's fucking. He's panicking. He thinks I'm going to go to war again. He hates me going to wars. He likes me boxing and jabbing, using the jab, but he knows when I get into fights, it's always wars, and he hates watching it. He hates it.
Well, you guys have got a brilliant podcast that's
Mm-hmm.
doing really, really well, actually. And you've got another live show coming up, I think, on the 9th of August, haven't you?
Big names on it. Labyrinth, the singers, is on it, and Anthony Cacace is one of the guests on it. And then we've got a comedian from Belfast, Paddy McDonald. So it's great night. Selling well. It's on the field. 9th of August. If people want to buy tickets, it's on universal.com. Universe.com. But yeah, it's going great. I'm a podcast. I love it. I think I'm more popular from podcast than I am for boxing these days. But hopefully that changes on Saturday when I batter my moon.
Well, I think it's going to. And, you know, the last time you fought him for the WBC international belt, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously, you won. Um, if this fight's, you know, if it goes your way, what are the plans? Have you got a plan to get back in pretty quickly?
Yeah, I just want to. Now that, as I said, I fell back in love with boxing. I just want to continue and just go straight in the camp. I'd love to go straight in the camp. Maybe have a week off and then go back in the camp and we get ready for another fight. I want to be back out before the end of the year, before Christmas. So I'd love a massive fight. I mean, I look at some of the world champions as well, and I think I'd beat them now. I think Isaac Cruz, I don't think he's that good. He's decent, but I believe I could beat him. Um, Ismail Barroso, the one that beat O'Hara Davies
Yep.
for the title. I'd love to fight him. I mean, I think I batter him. There's a few fights there I'd love to have. Even I seen Nate Diaz wants to scrap. He wants a boxer, so if he wants to move up with me and Nate Diaz, we were an absolute war. We both love a fucking tussle, so I'd love that. I mean, I'm open to any big fight. I would love.
I'll tell you what, you and Nate Diaz has got Saudi Arabia written all over it. Get yourself
Get
out
it
there.
signed up.
Well, listen, I'm dead pleased that you're back, mate, and I appreciate that you're a bit busy and you've given us a few minutes of your time
Well, no worries.
prior to the busy week you've got. Um, we really hope it goes your way, and I'm just pleased that you're back in boxing, mate. I really am.
Yeah.
It's
See, I know I'm going to win inside, but regardless of the winning or the results, I'm just glad I'm back in boxing. I'm healthy. I'm happy again. It was a lot of depressing time in retirement, so I'm just glad and happy that I'm back the way it was.
We've got to ask you very quickly before you go. Your trailer for your podcast evening is absolutely brilliant, mate.
I'm the promo king. I mean, every promo we do is the fucking best ever. Me and Tommy both came up with one of the only one with the whiskey and weight is both involvement. So I have to give credit to Tommy as well there.
I'll tell you what, you'll be making the promos for Saudi Arabia before you know it, mate, if you keep going like
100%. Thank
that. Well, listen, Tyrone, really good luck at the weekend. We're sorry we can't be
you.
there, but blame Cacace because he's dragging us out to Spain.
Ah, poor you.
But listen,
Right.
best of luck. Really hope it goes your way and can't wait to see where you go next, mate.
100%. Good man.
Take care, mate. Cheers.
Yeah.